We haven't really we talked about kind of all of our own seasons, but we have a lot of people asking about potential partner shakeups. So we have questions about Chase Budinger, Andy Benish, Sarah Hughes, a couple others. So what do you guys think? We start with the men and then maybe go to the women. But Taylor Crabb, Taylor Sander, all that type of stuff.
I thought I'd hear more at this point. Usually, there's some people that are really anxious to do something and they make moves right away. Mm-hmm. But I haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah.
So it's all potential.
I feel like everyone's kind of waiting on Taylor Crabb, if he's for sure going with Taylor Sander or not. Because then,
I think that's pretty set.
Okay. Because then, if he say they make their formal announcement, and then I think because the partner trickle down starts from the top.
Yeah.
And Taylor's
totally.
at the top, and so then I think once Taylor for sure ties up something.
Yeah.
Then it'll kind of trickle down from there.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're waiting for. But I mean, as far as I've heard and seen, that's his choice.
Yeah.
He's playing with Sander.
Yeah.
It's hard to say it's a risk when it's Taylor Sander.
Right.
He's probably the best athlete we have in volleyball for USA.
Yeah.
But it's always kind of nerve-wracking, taking someone with no points or experience. But I can't say that it's a terrible idea. I've talked to a handful of people, and some people, legitimate sources, think that it's a bad idea. I can't say that I agree, though. There's no part of me can say that, they're not going to do well together.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do think it'll take some time. But I think also it's one of Taylor's best friends, so I can definitely say that it's fun and enjoyable to do that. And if you're going to do something like that, do it in the first year of the quad or the three-year quad this time around, or whatever. Right. Do it now is my point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's happening. I think that's legitimately something to get excited to watch as a fan.
Yeah. And, I mean, I just, when people ask me for my thoughts, and I'm like, well, I mean, when it comes to beach volleyball, has Taylor Crabb made many bad decisions?
Right, he knows the game.
He knows it as good as anyone
and
in the world.
I've seen Sander play a little, just setting, hitting shots, and the guy can play. He's not one of those guys that has to learn beach volleyball in terms of just the feel for it. There's a lot to learn in terms of just small little crafty, and strategic things, but he's one of those guys that is gonna have the feel for it very quickly.
Yeah. So I mean, if we say that Taylor and Taylor are locked in, and actually that would put you and Trevor as the 1 in the U.S., Cam and Theo as the 2, Taylor.
Whoa,
3.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Now that those old guys are gone, I love it.
And then so the 4.
Well, Nick is the question in my mind.
So
Luciana's
Luciana's
saying
man,
he wants to go for 3 years
to
Paris.
So I would put my money on a Chase Budinger Lucena.
Yeah,
it just makes the most sense.
I don't see why that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, or maybe Nick and Troy. I don't know, but Nick and Chase just makes more sense to me, and then Troy and Miles.
If I'm Nick, I take Budinger.
Yeah, I mean it's hard after the year that Chase had. It's hard to argue against it. Yeah,
he's been trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
Troy obviously has. I mean, he kind of maybe had a plateau year, but that's kind of because he wasn't on the world tour.
Yeah.
And AVPs obviously didn't work out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Budinger's the guy probably.
Yeah, so and then...
But then Benish.
Right. But he has no points, which is tough.
He's almost one of those guys that's buy low. Now's your time to buy.
Yeah.
But then you don't pass on a Budinger, I don't know. Does Andy have a higher ceiling? Maybe.
So I think then Nick is then kind of the next layer of the trickle down. Yeah. Who he picks will then decide the rest of the way.
And it's also weird because Nick, talent wise, you could still say let's just say the 2 defender behind Taylor. Mm-hmm. But then is he going to be on the 4 team, 5 team? Maybe.
Yeah.
You can't just say Nick's not a top guy anymore because he's older.
Right.
Right?
He's still
in amazing shape. He's still playing well and in amazing shape.
Yeah.
He could be better for all I know. So, I mean, I guess that's good for the blockers out there.
Yeah. And so, and that's, I was talking to Billy Allen about it because he came out to Bulgaria for a little bit, and he was like, Andy's stock is pretty dang high. But I was trying to think of who could pick him up, who's better than Billy or in like a better position.
Right.
And like Nick is really the only one. Or Casey Patterson will be a free agent, so maybe Casey, but then Andy won't go world tour with Casey.
Is Billy going to go world tour?
Maybe.
I feel like he doesn't want to, but will he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's signed up for the country quota for Brazil, so that's who me and Tim will play.
Last country quota.
Last country quota ever.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Hopefully ever.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So
can we just switch it now?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, come on, guys. Like, we can just go play in the qualifier. So the guys' side, I think we won't hear anything for a while. The girls' side, like, could get pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Because April and Alex, when we had them on, they said that they're staying together for the time being.
Yeah.
But Clays and Sponsel, I think, are done. They're going their separate ways. Kalinsky Stockman are going their separate ways. Sarah Hughes is,
I think she's been a free agent. She hasn't found that partnership.
she just had like the worst timing.
She had a
for
really
that
bad quad.
Yeah, it was such a bummer because like her and Summer were a great team, and then Summer like got hurt and kind of like mid quad retirement.
Right when Slays started getting momentum.
Yeah. So Sarah's like free agent, and then you have like a lot of kind of the younger players who started getting a lot of points and playing well. You got like Zana played great. Chrissy Jones has some points now. She played great. Therese Cannon played great. So you have like the younger players.
Reeves.
And, like, Kelly Reeves is in the mix as always.
Yeah.
Brooke Sweat still there. And Carrie Walsh.
No, listen to this. Fendrick.
Brooke and
She's
Fendrick are back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
a trip.
It's wild.
It's
And
so
Fendrick's got
wild.
points.
Yeah.
Because she had double pregnancy.
like points from like 2013.
I honestly forgot like that she still would play. I was
She's like Han Solo, just like frozen.
I'm back. What?
She's back, and she can still play. Like her last event, she won in Cambodia with Sarah Hughes.
Oh, really? She's been riding that high.
Gosh.
Dang.
Wow.
And had 2 kids, and now she's back with Brooke. And her and Brooke were great when they were together. They made the Olympics.
Right. Yeah, Carrie hasn't said what she's doing?
I would highly doubt if Carrie Walsh is done. Like, I think for sure she'll be back.
Yeah. Because, I mean, she needs like a proper retirement, you know? She's not just going to fade into the sunset.
Yeah.
But still, like, why? You got to really
I think she wants that
like,
4th gold. I was listening to a podcast that she did with
I wouldn't be
Lewis
surprised
House.
it's Carrie.
Yeah. And she was like, she has this like saying this like 4. I forget what exactly what it was. It was kind of like this kind of catchphrase, but it was basically like 4 gold. I think maybe like 4G.
4G.
And like and so like that's the thing. Like she wants that other gold. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like a Carrie Sarah Hughes.
That's insane. How old will she be?
I think she's 44 right now.
I guess the guys make that look doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
And
Hayden.
she has the work ethic. You know she's going to put the work in.
Yeah.
Well, great.
So yeah, I mean it's gonna be wild. I think how teams do in Itapema, like who gets points then, will
Decide
be a
on that.
little bit of a factor, and then I think once like the schedule comes out and January rolls around is when everything the partner carousel is really
All
gonna start
chaos.
turning.
Yeah, so basically we have no answers for you guys.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
our 10-minute answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like if you're Sponsel Clays and you're not playing together, who are you picking? Like who?
that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kelly's in such a good position, like
As a blocker.
a hand setting blocker. Clays.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
and
Larson
Kalinsky, yeah.
too, because
No.
Kalinsky.
Yeah.
Kelly Kalinsky's in a pretty good position, because she's Sponsel's dropping off. She's next in line. She was, I don't know, not my words, but like probably the stronger of the two of that past team with Stockman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would be a logical thing right there, and she's got a good work ethic.
Yeah, for sure.
She's proven that she can win like at a very high, consistent pace. Sponsel and Kalinsky?
Yeah. So, I mean, you look at it, it's like kind of the two Sarahs are the highest free agent defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Sponsel and Hughes.
I'm actually really excited to see Hughes get back winning again.
Yeah.
It's been hard to kind of watch her struggle a little bit.
Especially because, like, you guys share a coach. Like, you see her a fair amount.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. No, that girl, she puts in the work and she's passionate about it. Like, nothing's changed in terms of the way she goes about her business, but yeah, I can see the like she's just kind of grinding without the rewards coming.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you do that, good things always come.
Always,
at the end of that.
yeah.
But then who would
Kelly Clay's playing with?
Clay's and back with Sarah Bear?
Clay's Hughes.
Clay's Hughes?
I mean, they've proven they could win. It's possible.
How funny would that be?
It would be funny. I mean, that would be, talk about full circle.
Or Stockman Clays.
Or Stockman Clays.
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
Or
even
a
like
younger-
a Kalinsky Clays.
Kalinsky Clays. Whoa. Double block.
Get weird.
Like split block.
Because I know that Kelly...
I could see Clays playing defense. She's kind of a hybrid.
Yeah, well, she won a Norseka qualifier, like a pretty gnarly one.
But you're not going to
Splitting
have
with Carey.
You're not going to have Kalinsky play defense, right?
Well, I know that Kelly
was training it a little bit
training
with
as
Tori.
a defender with Tori Van Winden.
Yeah.
And I know that's something she's like kind of dabbled with.
Or do they go deeper?
Yeah. Pick up Savvy.
Me.
But I know,
Me,
like,
Zana, all of us over
I'm
here.
available.
because I
Hey, I'm
think Zama's
available.
put herself in that mix for sure.
Zana's
Does she have
way
points? She's fun to watch. Really
Yeah.
fun to watch.
She got some with Chrissy, but Chrissy, what's the deal with Chrissy?
Chrissy.
I'm hearing, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how her knee is.
Stockman, Chrissy.
Maybe.
But Zana's got a high.
I think Zana would stay with
stock.
Chrissy, but Chrissy's injured right now, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So I don't know what.
Yeah.
She's gonna play with Delaney in the country quota. That'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. They're like, I love watching that team. Because they played in Brno in a 2-star and got 9th. They were the only team to take a set off of Emily and Betsy. So they're
Yeah,
good.
they're like scrappy, skilled
Yeah.
team. Yeah,
Yeah. They're just gritty.
yeah.
It's going to be fun.
It's a toss up.
It's going to be fun to
There's
watch.
our no answer.
There's not an answer. Yeah.
We just put out a lot of hypotheticals.
Hey, I mean that's all we can do. You hear a lot of rumors, but you don't really know. You don't want to start assuming things.
Yeah.
And I mean, we are like not even technically to the off season yet.
Yeah.